starting up this game?
I think like the second out of the third game, I can say Alexis Peterson again, I guess. Just an amazing performance by Lex in the second half. We just needed her to take the game over. And at halftime, we just talked about, there were really no adjustments to make in this game. It was more about just our defensive effort and just playing hard every possession. And we came out that third quarter, really started turning them over, really sped the game up. It was a remarkable effort by our players, and they make your job easy as a coach when they play that hard, and our pressure is that I'm tenacious. I don't have to do much, but just make sure we get lined up and let them perform, let them be athletic. It's just a great game. Really got to give Vaughn a lot of credit on the scout. We knew every set they were running. I mean, we knew how to get it matched up, and we knew their calls, we knew their signals, and it was big for us. So as we rotated out of our press second half, we started to really get it matched up. But I think the first half, when they was away from coach, they were kind of just shooting the ball in transition. When they got in front of his bench, he kind of started calling plays, and it slowed them down a little bit, and we were able to get things guarded. But our pressure was very good, and putting Brianna and Bria on the ball was just really hard for them to get the ball in bounds. And I thought Gabby did a good job on ball side. She was on ball side the entire game, having to deny the ball in bounds, and our bench came in and played some minutes because they had to. We got some foul trouble, so just a great team win, team effort, and just Alexis Peterson was just amazing. And sometimes you have to have a player just come out and be amazing, and that's what she was. She was simply amazing tonight.
Much like the Virginia game, completely different defensive effort in the second half. It looked like in the first half, they're moving the ball well, getting some looks and some shots. But right from the start of the third, the shot clock violations and the pressure. What sort of specific things did you change at halftime?
Well, we really came out and started to get bigger on the ball. I thought they were getting the ball in bounds too easy, so we got some length on the ball to make the inbound pass a little bit more difficult, and we really started to lock down on ball side on our pressure. So that was really good for us, obviously, and I thought that we did a really good job of chasing some of those traps down and getting some chase down traps in the front court, which is really key to our pressure. So I thought that we did a good job of doing that in the second half.
Did they seem to have a feel for things in the first half? Do you think they were not ready for those adjustments, or is that?
Well, no, I think they were ready for it because he had a really good scheme against it. But I thought that our kids just did a good job of, when they didn't get early traps, they chased them down and still stayed with it and got traps in the front court. And that's tremendous, because now once you get that trap, they throw it out and run an offense. You don't have much time on the shot clock. And then he called the offense, and we knew the set, so we got the set matched up, and then we were able to guard him a little bit down the stretch. So that was big for us.
Is that just a question of seeing what they're doing? Because not doing it in the first half, is that just a question of seeing what they're going to do first?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the first half, they did a really good job of just crossing half court and attacking our pressure and getting threes in the deep corner. We were rotating through our press. But second half, when they got in front of his bench, they broke the press, pulled it out, and called a set. And we were able to sit on their sets. And like I said, Vaughn did an amazing job. I think it's coming playing. You start playing these teams so much, and teams do it to us too. We call something, and they know exactly what it is. We start calling our double ball screen stuff, they start calling double U, and that's their play. Where they run a double ball screen, we start running pin downs. They start calling X, that's their X play. So as you start playing teams, it becomes that you start sitting on each other's sets, and then it becomes, you guard the action, but now can you guard the player? It comes down to that.
However many games Alexis has played here, where would you put this one in terms of her all-time efforts for you?
Number one. Best I've ever seen her play. I saw her play this good one time in high school, and she was tremendous there, but she was better here, so I'm thankful for that.
Coach, in the second half, the level of intensity increased tremendously. What did you tell your team in halftime that caused them to play more intense on defense?
Well, I just told them, I said, this is an effort game. This is, I have no adjustments to make. We're in the right stuff. We're running the right stuff. They're going under our ball screens. We're not making shots. We're not attacking the paint. And I say, if we're gonna play a game where a team's gonna go sort of turn around and sprint under our ball screens and meet you in the paint, and we can't make a shot, then we're gonna lose this game. I said, you guys are better ball players than that, and we can make that shot, and we got to make sure that we turn the corner and be aggressive. And I thought second half we turned the corner, and we got aggressive. And then when they started to cut Lex off in the second half, I thought that Gabby did a tremendous job of stepping in and making a couple shots off of Lex's penetration. That was good, because then they had to start playing everybody on the floor honest.
Alexis, 45 points, but that breaks the Carrier Dome record. As a coach, what does she do? Not only does she do it in this game, but she does it, against a ranked team in such a big environment like this. What do you see from her out there that makes her, I guess, so dynamic?
Well, two things. She really refused to let us lose tonight, and she just took the game over. And secondly, she did a really good job of keeping the ball in her hands down the stretch. She handled the pressure. She was getting triple teamed. She kept the ball in her hands. We kept the floor space pretty good, and they fouled her, and she made free throws. She was 17 for 19 from the free throw line. So whenever you have your point guard can make free throws and shoot at a high clip, you have a good chance of winning that game, and that's what she did. She was really huge from the foul line tonight too.
At the end of the third, come up tie the game, and then they have the last 8 points, including the half-court shot. Be easy to, you make that push, and that's what you have. But it seemed like you found more gas to start the fourth. Was your thoughts when the third ended that maybe the momentum had shifted again, or did you feel like you still had some push to go in the fourth?
Well, going into the fourth quarter, I told me that was two plays. Going out, we gave him an and one in the paint, and they had 3-point play. And then we walk off the court with 2 seconds left on the clock, like the quarter's over. And I told him, I said, we don't play that way. That's not how we play here. We finish every possession, we finish every game, and that's unacceptable. And I'm not going to accept that, so we're not going to do that. And I think that going forward, they just looked at it and just saw it, and they know it wasn't. So it's nothing that we had to really even discuss a whole lot. I told them, I said, either we're going to pick up our intensity and our pressure on defense, or we're going to lose this game. And they came out fourth quarter and scored 31 points. I think they held them 13 points, I think it was, in the fourth quarter, and that was just a tremendous fourth quarter.
So you were mad? I mean, the three-pointer...
Yeah, I was very angry. We walked off the court.
It was a fluky thing. It was a shot.
But, I mean, it's not fluky when you're walking off the court and the kids take 4 hard dribbles and get all of her power behind a shot. I mean, if the backboard wasn't there, she'd have threw it to Erie Boulevard, right? But I mean, so she got a good look at the basket, and we just didn't do anything to kind of slow her down. We could have just stood there and she wouldn't have got the shot. So we didn't finish the quarter, and it was a little bit deflating. But we found a way to pick it up and win the game.
What does a game like this do for you guys momentum-wise? Now you're heading back on the road, at Georgia Tech. Obviously, the last road game was a tough one. What can you kind of use from this one that you can take this weekend?
Well, this game means a lot. I mean, this team beat Notre Dame and Florida State, so they have 2 really high, really top wins in our conference. And every year somehow, some way, we get into these coin flips and tiebreakers and things like that. So this is very important for that, because they beat some really good teams in this conference. And secondly, it's just about just continuing to play the way that we play. I don't know how much you can take from this game moving forward, because it's a different game on Sunday. But the biggest thing you can take from this game is that we won it, and we needed it, and we needed to protect home court, and we need to win our home games. And any game you win on the road is you're still in one. So we got to go on the road and try to still win Georgia Tech when they're a really good team. They play tough and they're physical. They're a very aggressive team. So we got to get ready to kind of get in the ice bath and get ourselves going again, and get on the plane and go out there and play a game at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
2 more questions, guys.
What does this say about your team to be down and be able to fight back and win a game like this?
Well, we got tough kids, and I was just telling our staff, and I said, it feels good when you can coach a team, that when things make it tough, that they're going to respond, and they did a really good job of responding, and they just really pulled it together in the locker room. When we walked out, I heard them talking, and they were saying all the right things about going out there and just refusing to lose and playing with a different kind of energy and a different kind of passion in the second half, and that's what they did.
The opposing coach said that he felt like an idiot because he couldn't think of anything to stop Alexis. He tried everything. You've been on the other end. I'm sure players are very hot. Can you relate to what he's talking about? Like, no matter what you do, nothing's going to work.
Yeah, it's a helpless feeling. It is when you have a player that really gets going, and you can't do anything to stop him or slow him down. It is a helpless feeling. But I mean, I thought the West did everything he could do. I mean, they trapped the ball screens, they hard hedged them, they switched them, they plugged them. They did everything, and she just made plays. And you got to play it this way to make plays. A lot of times it doesn't make a difference what you do. They're gonna make the shot. Thank you.